Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk a little bit about work-life balance. I know, it's a myth. But there are definitely tools at our disposal that can help maybe level the playing field at least a little bit. And it's funny, when I first looked into this several years ago, some of the things that were suggested seemed counterintuitive. But I tried to keep an open mind and put them in place anyway. And for the most part, most of them actually worked. Except that I had to find time in order to implement them. So I'll give you an example. So one of the things it said, and I can't remember where I got all this from, but one of the things I remember it saying was that you had to make time to prioritize self-care. Now, in those days, I would get up, I would shower, I would get dressed. That was pretty much the extent of my self-care. Right? Well, I'd brush my teeth. But then I started adding meditation. I started adding gratitude. I started adding, what I wanted my day to look like. That kind of thing into my morning routine. Which meant that I had to find the time to put that in. So I decided, okay, I'm going to actually get up an hour earlier than I had been. And today it's an hour and a half earlier than I used to get up in order to implement this stuff. And I know that's not making time, obviously. You can't make time, but it did help set my day up. So that by the time my workday was actually ready to start, I was actually already focused. I actually knew where I was going to go with my day. The other thing that I implemented, which I had been doing a little bit previously, the thing that I implemented was prioritizing tasks. But instead of just sort of saying, okay, these are the tasks I have to get done, I'd linked the tasks to a goal that I had. So if the task didn't directly link and further that goal, allowed me to get closer to that goal, then I didn't put it on my task list. So that made a big difference. So it wasn't just a list of tasks. It was a list of, okay, I'm doing this task because it's going to get me closer to my end result. So those are like two of the things that I definitely did that helped. The other thing, which again sounded counterintuitive to me, was learning to take breaks. So you'd think if you're taking a break, you're not getting as much accomplished. But actually, the taking of the breaks allows me to come back with more energy and more focus, because I'll tend to either go outside or I'll dance it out, or I'll, get myself a large glass of water and help rehydrate myself, or a piece of fruit or whatever. And just those small, short periods of time, it might be like 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be like an hour, although sometimes it is. But, just those short breaks allow me to kind of even refocus or come back to the same task sometimes, but with a fresh set of eyes. And that actually is very helpful. So those are just a couple of the things that I sort of started implementing that seemed counterintuitive to actually getting more done. And I've sort of used it in terms of work examples, but it's the same thing can be done for the house, like for what I'm doing at home, or connecting with friends or with family, or that kind of a thing. And so sometimes now I actually book in time to spend with friends or to spend with family. I will prioritize, what's important to me time-wise that way. So I don't just have like a, from 9 to 5 journal. I have from 5 a.m. to, 11 p.m. kind of a journal. And that's sort of what I focus on. Now, I don't actually put a lot in there. I have to make between 5 and 6. Usually my day pretty much starts right at 6. Except for the meditation and the gratitude and the intention setting. That usually happens between 5:30 and 6. But I put it there at 5 just in case. Anyway, those are just a couple of suggestions that if you're struggling with this at all, you might want to try implementing. All right, have a great day. Bye.